That minimum wage will not, the increment in minimum wage, it will not bring any solution to the problem of grant. It's just a low hanging fruit for those civil servants, because those minimum wage you are talking about, only few people will benefit from it. In fact, it will even affect me because I'm an employer of labor. So I have to pay and look for money.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we will also be passing the buck to other people.
Yes.
Only the clients will be the one to pay for it, and it's not good for us. What we should be clamoring for is to make the environment conducive and enable, so that things will not be the way it is now.
Yeah.
The government should be looking at how this first subsidy that has gone from 180 to 600 something will come down drastically. How the cost of goods or whatever will come down. How we have enough food becoming. Unfortunately, those areas are not being looked into majorly by the government.
I mean,
because
our former president has already said that we should go back to the farms.
Even though I agree with, I don't even want to agree. I don't mind Mr. President. What was it? He caused this problem we're having now. He caused the problem that we're having now, and this government came and compounded it. They were made of the same feather. He started it, but when I say started, I'm not saying the beginning, but at least where we are managing before, he brought us to a high level of hardship. High level of hardship was started in this regime, and he did nothing. They say they should go back to farm. Which farm? Is it the farm that is not secure?
That's a good point.
That he did little or nothing to secure it. Is it the same farm that farmer will put their they will do all the effort and put their water in place, and a few days, just one day, somebody will just bring his a cow and eat everything up?
Oh yeah.
Is that the farm? Is that the farm he's talking about? What was his plan for agriculture when he was in power? What's it called? Support given to farmers in terms of reality, not emergency farmers. That's not to say that we don't need to go to farm. We need to go to farm, but for us to go to farm, that's not the first thing. Why are people running away from farm? That is what we should be looking at. And so it's only when you sort those things out, and that's why I said government should look for to provide an enabling environment. When there is an enabling environment, most of the crises will go. The people, if there is security in the farm, people will farm ordinarily. It's not everybody that will farm, because some people will come and say all of us will be farming. All of us will be lawyers.
It's not possible.
Some people just come and say, why is all of us? Why we are all lazy? And people should be farming in their places. They should be providing for themselves. Yes, I don't like all those motivational speakers that will make me look like a poverty reading somebody. They just want me to go adopt to poverty. Just be adapting to whatever that's given to me, rather than challenge the status quo. I don't want that. What we need to do is not everybody that will be farmer. Those who are in farm, who are doing farming, should be encouraged. The new farmers, not the political farmers, because when there's any program now that has to do with giving farmer support, you will see all the emergency, all the politicians become farmer, and they will be the ones to get it. The real farmer will not get anything, and that's the problem we're having. Even where, like I said, even where these things are available, the security that is not available in the farm is not allow anybody to go to farm. Or people are just, those who are even risking their life going to farm, their farm products are being destroyed by cow. So that is the problem we have, and that's what the president should be talking about. Provide security in our community. Exactly when security is one of the major responsibilities of every government.
Yes.
Two major responsibilities under Section 14: security and welfare. That's what we are lacking in this country. Government don't care about the welfare of the people. They care about the welfare of those in government. Those who have the opportunity of being in government, those who are rich are the ones that are getting more. They will be in government, they will be enjoying themselves, and they will be asking people to endure pain. Their salaries are not being reduced. The allowances are being taken. They take allowance the way they have to take it. They do everything they need to do without any recourse to what is happening, and they will tell us endure, no pain, no gain. I don't understand that. Government is not in place to make people suffer.
Yes.
Government is in place to relieve the hardship on the people. So if government is asking me, I have that mentality or mindset of saying people to suffer. They just have to endure. We won't get it. We won't get out of the problem. That's the truth.
Still speaking about this conversation on welfare and security, I want us to take a look at the Vanguard newspaper for this morning, and it states Nigerians struggle as high drug prices fuel health crisis. And the writer states out-of-pocket payment is on the increase, patient care is threatened, rising costs force resort to herbal remedies. This was stated by traditional healers, and worry over unpredictable effectiveness of traditional medicine. What are your thoughts on this story?
In fact, it's not only limited to drugs or everything, almost everything. You might be just one should be praying that it's not even fall sick now, because it's very serious, or you not have any illness that will require to be taking medicine every month or every year, every day. Those are crazy now. The price of those things are crazy now, and the government is not because we are not doing. You see, I've been saying it. This government came into power, introduced a lot of policies that will take money out of the people, but they are not introducing things or bringing things that will make people make money or even relieve the life of the people. They are not. What they are doing is how to generate money, and that is not governance. Governance is not about generation of money. Even where the money is generated, how are you using the money to better the life of the people? These are the areas we are talking about. Drug. Don't just pray that you don't fall sick. They're very serious things now. People who are sick already, those who are buying, who are constantly placed on drugs, that they spend like 5,000, 10,000 manageably every month before. Now they'll be looking for like 30, 40K. Where did they get it? Then when we're talking about 30,000 minimum wage for those who work, and for majority of Nigerians are not even working these days. Even those who are working are not seeing anything. So for me, the government is part of the failure of government not doing their job properly. They are just telling us, and people will come now and tell me this program was not created by the current president. Yes, that the current president was elected to come and solve the problem already, because he's aware of those problems before he came in. He even admitted that by saying, "Don't pity me. I apply for the job." So if you apply for a job, you must know the job you want to do.
Yes.
And you must know even during the campaign, they told us they have the solution to all the problems. So if anybody is telling me, after all, this program was not created by the president, for me, that's an insult on Nigeria, because he did not tell us when he was campaigning that I did not create the problem.
Yes.
So
yes.
He didn't tell us that I did not create this problem, so don't expect me to, and don't tell me to solve the problem. He came for it. He asked for it. So if you are telling me he did not create it, you are telling me I just be looking at him, he just be enjoying himself and do whatever. You can see the insensitivity of the people in government. They are even planning of buying 2 private jets.
I was gonna. That was the next question I was gonna ask you. Like, let's look at the private jets conversation this morning. Like, if you look at the Punch newspaper, the Obi is clashing over new presidential jets, and in everybody's mind, the next thing. If you're a Yoruba person, you'll be like, "She in yellow to combine to your law." Like, that's like the next thing. Is that it? Like, is that the next thing we're supposed to be looking at? So many things aren't functioning the way that we want it to, and this is what we are talking about right now.
Because the priority for those in government today is about themselves. Yes, I expect Mr. President to be comfortable, just like every Nigerian must be comfortable.
Yes.
Because Mr. President is in Nigeria, I'm in Nigeria. He has one life, I have one life. The kind of protection you want to give the president, I must also have at least 50% or 30% of that protection. You must not leave me exposed just because you want to protect Mr. President. What we are doing in this country is a misplaced priority most times. I'm not saying buying. I don't know how many fleets that we have now. The presidential fleet that we have now. I know when President Buhari was there, we were told we have 11 or so, and I remember they gave something out somehow. I know we still have more than 5. What will happen to those ones? If we have been told that, no, we want to sell 5 or 3 of these to buy new ones, yes, I can even reason with that. They're not talking about that. They are talking specifically they want to get more money to buy 2 new private jets. It's not done. It's like the father who was saying, whose family are hungry, the children are hungry, there is no money to go to school, the nothing is there, and the father now come and say, and suddenly he was able to get some little change. The first thing he will say is that you guys, you have to be patient to, you have to endure the pain. Let me quickly buy one car first.
Wow.
To make my life comfortable. that is the kind of thing they are doing. So it's not that way. If you look at it, the cost of governance is not reduced. They are putting more. You see, the same government that will tell you have to endure. Whatever they want to do budget, the budget will be done with food budget for food allocation for the presidency will be done based on the price of commodity at that time, or even put higher. They will not say let's just cut it down, and then if it's for instance, if it's 1 billion today, by next year I tell you they will do 2 billion. They will say things are now
more expensive.
Yes, they will do that, but they will expect you as a citizen to cut down your costs.
Yeah, to be understanding of the situation.
That's what they tell you. They will tell you, and people who are just psychophants will be telling you, yes, you have to give them time. Give them time. Yes, I'm ready to give anybody time to do whatever he wants to do, but I must see that if I enter a bus, for instance, at the park, and I say I'm going to Ilorin, and the man is supposed to pass through Ibadan or Oyo, and he's going through another route that I don't even know. And I gave him time to up to a particular stage. I said, I will have to come. I won't say because we are just in the middle of the road, not halfway, and I should not talk. No. Otherwise, you people will find yourself where you did not expect. Yeah. I remember when President Buhari was there for 8 years. This is what we have been told. Give him time. It's laying foundation. The same people that are in government today are saying the same thing. Give him time. He's doing well. He's laying foundation. Even when this government was campaigning, this government that is now vilifying the past president, they were saying he did well and they want to continue from where he stopped.
So Barrister Tunji,
the government is not buying preserved seat now as it is today. For me, it's insensitive.
So Barrister Tunji, thank you so much for all of this. So my question is, where does it actually stop? What else can we do? Because it seems like it's a little here, we'll look at it, we'll analyze it, a little here again next day. And the things are increasing. And I know that Nigerians are speaking up every single time. People are talking that this is tiring, but what else can we do again? What else are we going to do? Because it's just like a little here. It's like testing the waters, or the level at which Nigerians can still take it. So what exactly again can we still do?
I think majority of Nigerians are not ready for any change. They love to adjust to whatever circumstance, and those in government are aware of that. That Nigerians are people who can endure and they can adjust to anything. And you see them come out with so many flyers and so many people being sponsored to come and become a motivational speaker and tell us how to adjust our life, how not to eat 3 times a day, how not to enter, how to tread small and enter vehicle for small, how to not to carry not to on your AC where you are as if we are meant for suffering. You see, so the point is that most Nigerians are not ready. Only few Nigerians are talking. If you say Nigerians are talking, I won't agree with you. Those who are talking are not even the talk we are talking about. No action. Only one people. Those people who are taking steps are not up to 0.something%. They are making even those who are taking steps, who are complaining, who are even taking a bit of action in a way in holding government to account. That's what we need. If we all try to work as one and hold government to account, we will get what we are looking for. But most times, those who are suffering are the ones that will be defending the government, because they have their party, because it's their person, because they bring a lot of sentiment, political sentiment, religious sentiment, ethnic sentiment, and those things they will not be, and they are suffering. So, and they will be defending the government. So until we all come together as one and demand for accountability, ask government to do the needful. It's not about only sitting down in your houses and then expecting other people to fight for you. You see some people who are not ready to participate in any protest, or who are ready to ask any questions, complain or even said that the protest was not well organized. He was not there at all. And he's blaming people. What kind of people is this? They don't even know how to organize a protest. I'm supported in them. Is this how to do it? They didn't do it better. He was in his house. He was not doing anything. He's not ready to do anything. He expect. So Nigeria is a country where people will sit down in their houses and expect other people to fight for their own rights. What is paying them? They will expect other people to be doing for them. And that's why you see people talk about where are the lawyers, where are the what's it called? The artists, where are this and that and that. God rest Mr. Fire means this and that. As if those people who are meant to be fighting for Nigeria alone, or they were born, that's their own responsibility. They have been conferred with that order that look, this is your law. You are being paid salary for talking and fighting. Even this one that we are doing here, I'm doing, is at my own risk. Some people cannot even when you are talking, some people think, why are you talking? Is it only you? Let's just about that. Let's just manage, and let's just leave them. They will not change. That attitude will not change anything.
Yes.
As long as we believe that nothing will change, like that nothing we can do, then we are giving up and nothing will happen. So until we come together, hold government into account, ask questions, put pressure on government, we may not get whatever we are looking for. And then when it comes to another period to do election, ignore our sentiments for religion, ethnic, and whatever. Let's look at those who believe in it. Your belief may be wrong, because sometimes we see some people as corrupt, and they may be a good administrator. Sometimes we see some people as honest people, or what do we call Baba Migaskia? What do we call my former president's name? He's very honest, very this and that. I may not have administrative skill.
Yeah.
He may not have administrative skill. He may not be able to even achieve anything. And for me, there are a lot of factors that determines who a good leader. It's not only being honest. Honesty is just part of it. It's not that being honest alone. It's not enough for you to rule a country.
Yeah, there's some other skills required.
I know nothing. You can be honest and know nothing about how to rule. You can be corrupt and know a lot on how to. You can be seen on how to make people benefit or happy. Because government is about welfare of the people. That is the essence of the government. It's not about money generation. It's not a company where you must make a profit. It is not about that. But this government is running like we're a private company that we must make money. That's the way they are running. It's all about making money at the expense of the life of the people. That's not how to run a country.
We want to say thank you so much, because our time is fast spent. And we appreciate your time with us this morning on the show, Mr. Tunji. And we want to say thank you for continuously always joining us to share your opinions and your insights on, today's politics and governance. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It's my responsibility to contribute to my nation, and that's my own way of making my voice known. I'm holding government to account, and I will continue to do that.
Thank you, Barrister Tunji.
Do enjoy the rest of your day and the holidays.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Very quickly, we're going to look at a comment that was sent to WhatsApp, and we'll try as much as possible to paraphrase. It says, "Good morning, High Impact Radio. On the issue of federal government talking about private jets at this current economic challenges in the country is not a good one at all. This shows that the government at the top level are heartless and don't have the interest of the poor masses. How I wish our leader enters public transportation system, especially the road transport, and feel what Nigerians are going through. Insecurity on our highways, like kidnappings, are high, and because of bad roads, the kidnapper use the advantage of bad road to hijack motorists. On the issue of outbreak of cholera epidemic in Nigeria, especially in Lagos, it is a bad one traceable to human causes. It is highly annoying on the negative activities of people on our environment. Open defecation everywhere, people selling food beside gutters and unclean areas. Dustbins are dumped in gutters, waters are contaminated all over. There is no access to clean public water system. In Lagos, the local government environmental monitoring team, KAI, are not working, but they are doing that for their selfish interest. World Blood Donation Day. Nigerians are hungry and angry, So it is not surprising if we're having low turnout, scarcity, and high cost of drugs. The federal government pronounced removal of import duty on drugs and food. What are their implementation? Poor policy implementation is the problem of this administration. God will help us. Do we have the name of where the comments?
Yes, it's from Amadou John. He's the person that he's always contributing every time on the newspaper review.
Thank you so much, Mr. Amadou John. We do see what you were talking about, and I mean, there's so many things that I agree with this conversation. Even talking about cholera and how people just dump refuse into the gutter, blocking the drainage system and all of that, selling food right beside gutters.
Oh my God.
That is not very sanitary. And I mean, it was just yesterday, Vivian and I were having that conversation about the fact that, there is this weekly sanitation that happens. Who is monitoring? How does it go? Are people really doing this? Are people really trying to practice cleanliness?
People actually do the whole sanitation thing, but it's not everyone who is aware that they have to continue. So
it's a continuous process.
Yeah, the thing is clean, and then you probably eat or you just drop something there.
I mean, I get that, there was a ban on styrofoam. It is a good move. I mean, as though people were annoyed about it, but it is a good move because, I mean, we need to also try to reduce the use of some of these things. That's one. Secondly, we need to help ourselves and help the environment because, I mean, there's some of these things that are not biodegradable. So what that means is it stays. It goes nowhere. It takes years.
Exactly.
It can take 1,000 of years for some of these things
to the whole climate change.
Exactly. It's quite sad, really. But this is where we draw the curtains on the newspaper review for this morning. But don't forget, the conversation always continues. You can always drop your comments. You can drop your messages. The Morning Impact Show doesn't stop right here. We still have the Money Magnet Show coming right up after this one. My name is Omobolade. Do enjoy the rest of the show.
Join us Mondays to Fridays, 7:05 a.m. for newspaper reviews, headlines, analysis, and comments on your urban lifestyle station. High Impact 102.1 FM.
The best music, the best people, the best talk.